Welcome back, everyone. My name's Crane Brant, your old brainiacs, and welcome to Lightyear Frontiers. This is a chill, open-world farming sim on a planet at the edge of the known galaxy. You pilot a mech, taming the environment, cleaning up the planet, and most of all, upgrading and customizing your mech. Even has co-op that works really good. So grab a can of oil to grease up your mech, and a tall, stiff drink to warm your belly, because we're heading to space out on the Lightyear Frontier. So that's about right. We fall out of the ass end of a spacecraft and crash on an alien planet. I mean, it's got to be that, or we just died and lost all our gear, or just any number of things. All right, so really nice looking graphics. I have played a little bit of this, enough to get my settings done, and also me and a friend of mine played some co-op earlier. It works really good. So yeah, first thing we got to do is grab our mech. It is a very beautiful game, by the way. It has a really nice skybox to it. Really nice kind of cartoony feel, but not too bad. So, and pretty good performance. All right, this is our mech.
Finally, I'm getting through. That was quite the tumble you took there. Luckily, your biometrics tell me you're A-okay. But before anything else, let's put that mech of yours back in one piece.
Yes, ma'am. So she is our little narrator. She sounds disturbingly like the mech that took over, like the AI that took over the world in the Tom Cruise movie Obsidian.
Now flip that sucker sunny side up and hop in. We've got a planet to explore.
And it was like orbiting the Earth out in space too, so I'm a little skeptical. So anyway, you right-click to pick up the item and just basically move it near the mech. It lights up, and then yeah, it just attaches. And then you hold E to get in, and kablam! We have a mech. Just that quick. All right, so we have a bunch of tools that we need to find.
One kind of starts expecting guests after 200 years. Name's PIP3R. That's Piper for short. Up there in the sky. That blinking dot is yours truly. But enough introductions. Let's get you situated and make you at home.
All right, so we have a bunch of tools that we need to find. It's got shift toggle. And we're going to pick these up. This is the vacuum harvester. So basically, if you hold down Q, you're going to have 5 tools / weapons. Each one of them does a different thing. This picks up things like harvestable plants and so on.
It never ceases to amaze. That magnificent mech. Those high-powered tools. And even that ship of yours. The Farm Mech project really was extraordinary. Such a shame that it got canceled in the end.
All right, we're going to pick up our second tool. This is the spike saw. Use it for breaking up rocks and trees and wood.
It always puzzled me why Earth was so quick to give up on the Farm Mech project, sending us probes out to the edge of the galaxy to scan for hospitable planets. That was no small feat. Desperate times, I suppose.
There are also missions that you will find. There are biomes I'll show you in a moment. And as you enter these biomes, there are various things that you can do, like take care of the wildlife, do various quests. If I open my journal, you'll see that restore edge cliffs. Something has happened to this place. Clean up noxious weeds to restore edge cliffs to a healthy state. Anyway, we've got to finish doing our tools. So the next one
Well,
I don't
abandoning
see the
Lightyear
other...
Frontier for Mars does make some sense. It was a lot closer and would sustain Earth's population, at least for a while.
All right, we've arrived at our next tool. We got the seed shooter, which obviously allows us to shoot seeds and plant them. And then it looks like we have our last thing, which is the
Just
irrigation
think about the
hose
thousands
up
of
here.
people who initially came to the frontier, taking a chance on this one-way trip, only to get abandoned. But for generations, they've managed to thrive here. Your neighbors are quite tenacious, huh?
And here is the irrigation hose. And we also have a mission, Restore Pine Heights. So let's take a look at that real quick. Restore Pine Heights, something has happened to this place. Please clean up the noxious slime. Now for the noxious slime, you actually use the water. So let's go around and go on and do this. This is a pretty easy one to start out, and to refill your water, you just go down to a water source and use your vacuum to vacuum up the water.
Look, I know you weren't sent here for a mission that's been canceled for nearly 2 centuries. You probably found that ship in a scrap heap somewhere and took off for greener pastures, right? No need to answer. It doesn't matter anymore. I'm just happy to finally have some company.
And there is our region restored, Pine Heights. Well, I'm glad she's excited about it. So there is a big flat space down here. I think this is a good place to build our base right here in the meadows. Well, let's take our spike saw and get us some wood and some plant fiber. Just walk over it to pick the resources up once that you've got it. It's pretty nice. All right, so this looks like a good place to sleep. So let's go B to go into build mode. And we're going to build a small tent. And we simply walk up to it and hold E to add max. We can get out of our mech. We don't have to, by the way. And then go on and sleep. Region restored, Pine Heights. There's some new materials. That is aluminum rods right there. Look at those red crystals. And the mysterious door gets one symbol towards, well, what we assume is opening.
That mech of yours is looking good today. Those modifications you did yesterday really paid off.
All right, so we have got a few things that we need to do now that we have got our base started. So one of the first things we're going to do is build us some storage. So when you make your tent, there is a zone of influence, and within that you can build things like decorations that give it comfort. We'll talk about those later and everything, but I wanted to get some storage down. We want to get us a mailbox that's used to access add-ons. And there is also a full economy and traders and quite a few other things in here. So let's go on and make our small plot. This is our farming. I think we're going to start with it like over here. We'll make us a spot. We'll do, oh, let's say 6 of these. Now we're going to select our seed shooter. Now note that I can also, if it wasn't raining, notice how the dirt is wet. If it wasn't raining, I would also have to irrigate these. All right, so let's go on and plant as many polyberry seeds as we have. All right, we've got us a nice little fence around there. We've got our polyberries planted. And now we need to start working on our workspace and some machines. So let's do a workshop shed. There we go. And every time you mine something new, like with that stone, a whole bunch of new recipes open up. As you can see, we have some over there. We got a few things that we need to build before moving on. And we discovered geode shards. Those are random. We can use those at the trader. So let's go on and build a fodder oven. So fodder ovens you use to create fodder to feed to the local wildlife. And then we're going to make an oil presser, and you use it to make things, various oils that you grow in your pods. All right, that finishes off the oil presser, and we can make plant oil out of this. And we're going to need plant oil to finish our fodder. So we need 2 of those. So we'll go on and put another one in there. And while we're doing that, we can go on and finish these 2 things over here and then sleep. And there we are, day 3. We didn't really have any accomplishments to speak of other than the stuff that we did, as you can see.
I can't stop admiring those nice decorations you built yesterday. You've really got an eye for that kind of thing.
As I was saying before I got so rudely interrupted, we now have stuff growing. Also, if you have beds that are unoccupied, you will get these noxious weeds. If you basically scoop them up, then you get plant fiber, and that's really it. So this must have emptied this last night. Let's go on and make 5 of these. It must have interrupted it and emptied it last night when I slept. Well, let's go on and get some wood while we're waiting on that. It'll actually drop the stuff on the ground, and we also have some aluminum and a few other things over here that we can grab. And the aluminum opened up all kinds of new stuff, like aluminum parts, an assembler, an upgrade depot, just all kinds of stuff. These little plants right here, you can collect these in whatever color they are. The red ones, for example, open up red paint. These open up blue paint, and also blue flower beds. This is the wildlife that you can feed stuff. You notice I can feed him basic fodder. That's created in the fodder thing. And once I feed him, that will tame him and then also increase my area level that will give me other bonuses. By the way, there is encumbrance in this game. I'm over encumbered right now, and what happens is you can no longer sprint. All right, we got all of our little plant oil. All right, we walk over our plant oil and get it. You see that we have quite a few new things, some torches, clothesline, wash basin. It also means that we can finish off our fodder oven, which gives us basic fodder, which is plant oil and plant fiber, and nice fodder, which is polyberry oil and then plant fiber. Gonna put me a storage box here in the work shed, because if it's within the area, then it works like wireless crafting, and I can craft straight from the storage. So we'll make all of those we can. That's 6. And now that we have the fodder, we can go talk to our wildlife, feed it. He is now full. He poops out a little bit of it kind of depends. Sometimes you get like aluminum rods. Sometimes you get various other things, but you feed him. So let's do 2 more. Come here, let me feed you. And now it wants us to feed some nests. So there are a couple of different kind of nests. This is one of them, requires nice fodder. There's also some new stuff. They're called rabbage seeds. New recipe, sour fodder for someone else. And then here is one of the other nests that I know of, but this one is full. They actually have to be hungry for you to feed them. However, it is late, so let us sleep and go to the next day. And there is day 4. So we got the meadows. We have 1 nest fed that gives us extra resource boosts, or 1 quarter of the way onto that. It is raining again.
The weather's real nice. Let's get out there and seize the day.
Yeah. Cheery and all that. All right, so the nest is empty, and it takes 3 of those to feed. So we've got 1 out of 3 nests, and we've got some of our animals done. You'll notice that the ones that I have fed have a heart over the top of them. So I still need to feed him. For that, we need some more fodder. So let's go over here and make a whole bunch more plant fiber. Man, it is just lovely weather out here. It wants us to build 3 decorations within range. So we're going to do a torch and a campfire. Those are pretty easy. They're cheap. And it finishes that off. It wants us to build a merchant landing and a upgrade depot. So the merchant landing requires red crystal, and the upgrade depot requires, looks like an aluminum frame, and I'm pretty sure that is probably going to take an assembler, which requires 4 plant oil. All right, that is making a ton of oil, but I don't want to sleep because that's going to interrupt it. So I can always use a little bit more wood, and that's what we're going to grab. All right, we've got enough to do the assembler, so I'm going to go on and throw it down. And sure enough, it will do aluminum frames, which are just 2 aluminum rods, and then aluminum parts, which are aluminum rods and polyberry oil. We're going to have to make another oil presser. One's not going to do it. It takes way too long. All right, so the upgrade thing is pretty big. We're going to put it right there. Woo, and there we go. Let's pick up all of this oil over here, if there was any left, and go on and sleep till the next day. Very nice. We got extra resources restored in this region, 2 pluses. We still need to do... there we go. Our berries are done. I was starting to wonder. All right, everything grabbed up and replanted and irrigated. That leaves us with a whole bunch of polyberries. There's us a new oil presser. That one is doing polyberries. So let's fill this one up until the queue is full with plant oil. All right, that has been a pretty good day. We've been making oil. I made some stuff and fed another animal. I also fed another nest. I was looking around. It said that there's a 3rd nest to feed. I couldn't find it anywhere. But I did find one of the other birds and managed to feed it.
Hope you're well this fine morning. The weather's real nice. Let's get out there and seize the day.
Yeah, I figure it is because you want me to get out there and work. All right, so we have some basic fodder. We also have some nice fodder. The next thing is to get an upgrade at the upgrade depot and actually see what this is going to cost us. So this is a pretty big tree. So we got seed shooter to lock on, irrigation hose, hydro splash, water tank capacity. I'll go through these. You can just check them out as I go through. Pause it if you want to see it. I think what we're probably going to want to start with is the spike saw upgrade. The spike saw upgrade is probably the one thing that I've noticed that we've run into. And also to do the red crystals, it says that we need a spike saw power upgrade. So we need 5 aluminum parts. Aluminum parts are 2 aluminum rods and holy crap, 3 polyberry oil. All right, so we're going to need to max these queues out with polyberry oil. We'll make 6 aluminum frames. We'll make 5 aluminum parts. I don't know why I made frames, but I made frames, and yeah, I didn't need frames. So we're going to go on and spacebar to upgrade that. We now have Spike Power 1.
Revved up and ready to go.
Which should allow us to mine red crystal. Looks like these little scallions take 5 basic fodder. We'll give him 1. And there we go. A red crystal, which will allow us to make our trader. Oh, look at what I found. Another geode shard sitting over here for the trader. All right, that was a long, productive day right there. We are going to sleep. We fed a few things, so that looks like that is a constant maintenance that we need to do that'll give us a resource boost every day, depending on, you know, how many we feed. All right, let's build that merchant landing. That thing is huge. And there we go. Wait for the merchant to arrive. All right, so taking a look at... Well, hello there. I see that you interrupted me talking to everyone. Lola's Agri-Mechanoids. Well, hello there, Lola. How are you today?
Make your pick.
So what all do you have? Interesting. Lots of mech parts and decorations. And I don't think there's anything that I want to sell at the moment. So good to go, man. All right, so taking a look back at the map before we got interrupted, Edge Cliffs is where we're going to want to go. That is our next mission. So let's go over there and check out and see what the Edge Cliffs need. And there is our Edge Cliffs. It did not tell me, though, exactly what's going on. So restore to Edge Cliff. Oh, that's because we got it earlier. Clean up the noxious weed. That's right. And so here is your economics. So everything that you can buy and sell goes up and down in value. And this gives you a prediction based on the next time that she's going to come. Now, it did say that I can sell geoshards, and I had a couple. So I guess maybe because she's not close enough to the storage, or perhaps you can't sell outside the storage. So next time, anything that I want to sell, I need to make sure that I have on me. And here's the noxious weeds. So yeah, let's get going. Oh, we stumbled on another one. Restore Stepstone Park and Stepstone Peak, excuse me. Clean up noxious slime and noxious weeds. Well, that's fine, but I'm still in the middle of doing noxious weeds. And there we go, a region restored. That took me almost all day to find all that. Oh man, definitely dragging in. The place is full, but we have a crap load of polyberry seeds, which I want to take advantage of. And a very, very much deserved night's rest. With region restored, Edge Cliffs, yeah, baby, you know we did it. Look at that, all new stuff to mine right there. Probably needs an upgrade. The harvest is in danger, and also the door opens. Well, the door gets another chevron. Yeah, you can tell I used to... Why are the crops in danger?
Restoring that region yesterday felt great. Maybe
Why are...
there were some more
What
good
the...
done around here. Keep a lookout, will ya?
What the weed seeds? No. We're not doing any of that. Nah. Oh, so if I get them when they're coming down, I can get a noxious pod out of it. Oh, man, the things blew my seeds out of their pods. All right, so the merchant arrived while I was trying to water. Oh, man, I can't drive this mech sometimes. So she arrived. So that means that I should be able to sell my geode shard now. So we'll go on and confirm that. That actually gives us quite a bit of money. So the cart is on sale. That's a decoration. I'll take that. And a burlap sack, which appears to be some kind of storage for resources. All right, so those burlap sacks are actually pretty nice. So the storage box has just got like materials in it, and the burlap sack has got all of my seeds. We actually have 21 rabbit seeds, so we're probably going to need to make some additional plots and stuff. But anyway, I think that's a good place to leave it for our episode 1. Guys, I've had a great time playing this. If you like what you see, if you like what you saw, just hit that big red subscribe button, and we'll be back next time for episode 2 of our mini play of Lightyear Frontier. I'll see you guys then.